if you are a wellness professional who feels like you always have to have it all together, under control, perfect, figured out, but you're noticing that this is exhausting you, then this episode is for you today. We are talking about one of the greatest stress relief tools I have found that I know you can employ, and it is faith in the unseen. And it's going to seem so paradox because I'm going to share with you how letting go of control, even though you think you want to grip and hold on to everything, letting go of control is going to help you get over those anxious feelings. It's going to help suppress all of that overthinking. There's going to be no need for it anymore. And it's going to help you come back into alignment. Hey, everyone, I'm Jennifer Sack, and I help wellness pros who are feeling disconnected due to chronic stress and a lot of self doubt. And I help them reconnect to their passion, their peace, their confidence so that they can walk and lead in the role of an authentic leader, thriving in their practice and just out there making that impact that they know that they want to make, creating that freedom that they want from being out there helping others. Let's first talk about the weight, the heaviness of control. And I always talk about how control is an illusion. You don't have any control anyway, but it feels very heavy. And that heaviness comes from trying to keep up this illusion that we have the control. And this control freak tendency is totally natural for many people, and especially among wellness pros. So don't feel like just because you're a wellness pro, you're not allowed to feel this way, that it shouldn't be this way. It's normal. It's normal. We want to help others. We want so badly for it to be a transformative experience, to really give an impact to our clients that we overthink. And then we sometimes doubt ourselves, which leads to more overthinking, more control, more perfectionism. I can think of so many times that I way overthought an event outline, a class outline, what I was going to say and do, exactly how I was going to structure something or convey a message. That I spent countless hours of needless energy wasted, not only in the time preparing for something and overanalyzing and second guessing and redoing, but in the actual the energy being splayed out from the weight of this illusion of control, that it just wrecked things. It made it not enjoyable, made it feel like a burden. And not only that, the funny thing is, every single time, it never turned out the way I planned it anyway. And it usually was way better than I ever imagined. So it was getting into that flow state where you're almost just channeling and using your tools and using the sources and resources that you know, that you live, that you've been taught, that you are certified in. They just come through when you're more relaxed. So when you're in this state of gripping and control, you're actually cutting yourself off from that source of wisdom that's within you that can also be channeled through you. So it's funny because we do this sort of gripping and control thinking we're going to make something better, and we really don't. We we screw up the process, we make it really heavy for us, and we block the opportunity for something to be so much greater. And that doesn't mean you don't prepare. It doesn't mean you don't have an outline. It doesn't mean you don't bullet point the things that are going to be important and make sure that you are providing something that you thought through. Okay, we want to provide value. We want to make sure that we are not just scattered all over the place. But when you try and control every minute detail, even thinking that you're going to know what the outcome is, you are placing a ton of weight on yourself and you are wasting energy. And this overloads your nervous system. So, really, the key is to admit that the control doesn't even exist, that you don't know what the outcome's going to be, and rest in knowing that you know what to do. So, you really need to have faith in the unseen, because that's when flow state happens. And that's when you get to channel all of the wisdom and all of your inner guidance that you know what you're doing and how to help them. Another point that I really want to make when it comes to having faith in the unseen as a stress relief tool to really help you is that you need to just take a moment to look around at all the things that you cannot explain, the things that are just like a miracle that work. I mean, even the fact that we breathe in our heartbeats, the way that everything in nature grows and births and dies, the cycle of things, the whole stinking universe. Look up in the sky. Yes, science has come very far and can sort of explain a lot of things, but they can't even get down to the real basics of why or how. It's always just like an explanation of how it works, but why, what makes it work. So much of life, all these natural forces are things we can't control, nor can we even explain half the time. There's miraculous events all of the time, every day, every moment. And yet our ego, our lovely little ego, wants to think that we can control everything, that we've got it down, that we can predict everything. And time again throughout the day, how many times are you shown that that's not true? How many times do things happen that you didn't anticipate? How many times are your plans thwarted? That is just a true indicator. It's a mirror reflecting to you, like, hey, you don't have control here. You don't know everything. When you can just admit that to yourself and you relax and go, okay, I really don't know. I'm just going to deal with what's in front of me the best I can with what I'm equipped with, take it in stride. I'm going to relax and know that whatever's being brought to me is for some form of higher learning, advancement, some sort of growth. And I'm going to take that, I'm going to run with it. Then you can just stop gripping, stop anticipating, stop blocking, stop scanning for the threats, and just relax already. Admit you don't have control. Admit it. Let your ego die a little bit there and realize that it's much more nourishing for your nervous system to just give up that illusion. So, this doesn't mean you're totally off the hook. This isn't like, well, I'm just going to throw up my hands and whatever happens, happens. No, you do have responsibility in this. There is some willpower you can employ, right? You do have some level of accountability. And what I would say to that is that you just need to be able to get quiet so that you can hear the inner guidance, so you can hear the nudges, so that you can move in the right path that is of least resistance, that is opening and for your highest, greatest good. And if you have faith that things are for your highest and greatest good, you're going to start to see resemblance of that pop up. You're going to start to notice it. We're very funny and that whatever we kind of set our mind to be looking for, we find. So if you're finding threats, it's because you're scanning for them. If you're finding issues, it's because you're anticipating them. What if you were to just rest and say, all right, I really believe things are working out for me. If I just listen and look for the ways that they are and follow inner guidance, that means getting quiet. That means getting out of your head. That means stop over analyzing, ruminating, second guessing, doubting yourself. It means get quiet, have some faith. If it means using a mantra, perhaps use one like, this is for my highest and greatest good, or everything works out for me. All is well. And that doesn't always seem appropriate because you're like, this is not great, whatever's happening. This is not well. But you can always find something in anything that can help you, that can be a growth, that can be something that leads to something even better. And even if you don't know right now what that something better is, because most likely you don't, you just have faith that it is, that that's the way it's going to unfold for you. And when you rest in this and you listen to guidance and you have that faith, that's when you're going to cut out the ruminating, the overthinking, the second guessing. You're going to have more peace. You're going to have more resilience and you're going to stress way less than you would if you tried to keep up this illusion of control. Have faith in the unseen. And that may be God for you. That may be some other higher power. We all have many beliefs, and I want to honor all of those. I'll never negate any of them, but you have to look beyond yourself, like way beyond yourself. Have some perspective. You are not the center of the world. There's so much going on beyond you. You don't have control. Let that go. Let that illusion go. Stop making it about you. Make it about the bigger picture, the greater good in general. And then maybe you can see how you fit into that. So, as we move out into the world today, let's remember a few key things. Control, the illusion of it, creates stress. Faith reminds us that we are supported. Listening and resting in faith of the unseen supports your nervous system. Try it today. Give up that illusion of control. Rest in the unseen. Remind yourself that everything's working out for me all day long. And you're going to see how it is. You're going to watch it unfold. Stay in that state of flow so that you can help your clients from that place instead of this ragged, jacked up energy. If you want to really support your nervous system, grab my free guided meditation. Yes, this too just helps you relax into what is, to accept, to give up resistance. It's free, and the link is in the description. So, my friends, I hope you have a good day, and I really hope you employ these techniques today. And just reminders, if anything, take the reminders to your heart and give up control and have some faith in the unseen.